for and
Let's
taken.
go, boys. Let's go.
Coach, it's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the New York Giants. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Set, ready? 8, read. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. 5.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins.
Just like that.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught at the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously, the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way, you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing Jones. And he rifles one incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. 3rd down here. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Smooth. Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Big rip.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, 1st quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. Off to Geis on the screen. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
Undercrush.
Now the 2nd year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
fellas MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here we go. 15 on it. 15 on it. 52's the mic. Not here. 52's the mic.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And brought down, but not before they're inside. The 25. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets out to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Shut. Now the wolf. Let's get the ball.
On first down, it's Haskins. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. No gain, and it's second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Haskins to throw on second down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Haskins now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Haskins, the quick slant caught. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
I got you. I got you.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. Let's face it. Every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check pass, check pass. Check 3. Greystone, check go.
Now Saquon Barkley.
You ain't going nowhere.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Go now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
It's just me and you.
Jones operating from the gun. Caught right right side, Tate. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Charlie. Let's go back.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Jones. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Here we go.
Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Marcus Golden in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Haskins will throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check, 93.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to scare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
90, Wolf.
Let's get it.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games. Now Barkley stripped of the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
Come on, set. 8-3. Topper, topper.
3 down, 3 down.
Go. Shoot.
Jones now throwing on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably what he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Give him 18 yards on that one. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matthew Ioannidis. A sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And he loses the football a second time. And the Redskins scoop it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Ready. 50. 10, touchdown. Check. 52's the mic. Switch up. Mike 52.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
He gets it in the hands of Geis.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, ball may come your way.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Here's Haskins to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dalvin Tomlinson able to run him down for a loss of 18 yards, and it will be 4th down as well. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants.
Let's go, baby.
1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Nice, sweetheart.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a run with Geis. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, this is Geis. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
From the 38, Haskins over the middle, complete. It's Cannon. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them.
They'll go to Barkley again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Biggest game of Barkley's rookie year on the ground came against these Redskins. Week 14 a season ago, 14 carries, 170 yards. Here's Jones from the gun on third down. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Geis, they'll try to run it. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This is Geis, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
17. Giants nothing.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Let's go
The
now.
offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give it maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Bravo.
The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
It's taken to the 26. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. All told, it's a punt return of 74 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
The Giants take
That's
over
it, baby.
first and
We're going
10
to work.
at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants
60
offense
Pittsburgh.
at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
6-6.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Again, it's Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Geis.
He's coming. Double up.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Who that? Who that?
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
52? Watch 52. 52. Bandit.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, watch the slant.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now a toss. This is Geis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, that's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Mike 52.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And this one complete to Reed. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that will extend this big lead.
Makes the score Redskins 31, Giants nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Keep playing hard. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it a 2nd down. On the draw, this is Barkley. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32.
Ready.
That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Geis. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
That's a gain of 3.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the ground, it's Geis. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Geis, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. That's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard
Let's go!
line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
Down.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something on the line. Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Redskins, their hopes of a 500 season stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.